my work was based on it.
I love the way he catches it.
Yeah.
I love the way he catches himself. He's still getting excited about how cool the stuff is. It's like, oh yeah, right. I got to focus here. It's bad, right? Remind me again about how it's bad. How many billion died? Maybe if it was only 4 instead of 5, I could justify it. No, it's nice. The way he gets it. You know?
Well, and he jumps to it so quick, and he's such a cool guy.
Now this is interesting. We looked for, we basically rented a building and then blew it up.
Mm-hmm.
We did it in such a way that the owners actually thought it was funny. They sat nearby and watched us blow their building up.
Well, go ahead.
What we did was we built a false 3rd floor, and we took all of their glass out of the 2nd floor and put in our own glass. And we put, I'm getting ahead here, but I'm just, as we're establishing that building, it's like, from a production standpoint, that's how you do it. You got to figure out where to shoot the whole scene. And this whole set was actually built inside that building. The building was fairly empty, and so we just built our sets actually inside the building.
Weren't they completing the building or something like that? It wasn't quite completed?
No, building was complete, but it hadn't been built out inside. It would have been built out to whoever leased it.
Oh, right. The interiors were still,
right.
Yeah. Well, there was a big trench system that you dug in the ground, about 75 yards in front of this thing. There was this little trench line.
Oh, the trench lines were for the hits for the Gatling gun, for the GE minigun when Arnold fires it.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. So all of this was built by Joe Nemec and the art department inside. Actually, I think this right here was a set that was on stage elsewhere, but this lobby set was actually built inside the building.
I remember that. I remember also somehow when you blew the building.
Yeah, this guy right here was
in a trench in front of it.
This guy right here was Eddie Furlong's acting coach.
This guy?
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
That's how he got that. I mean, we used everybody that was standing around basically.
The SWAT guys were real SWAT guys, weren't they?
Yeah, all the SWAT guys were real SWAT guys. And so they move like the real thing. It was quicker than trying to train actors or stunt people to move like SWAT guys. We just got real SWAT guys, except for a couple of stunt guys that had to take some hits or do some other things.
They were really cool. I remember talking to one of these. Most of them had gray hair. A couple of them did for sure. And,
yeah, they're older than you think they are.
Yeah, like 50-something.
Well, they move into it at a point where they've had enough street experience that they're actually not going to get themselves killed because SWAT team guys, you can imagine, are putting themselves into harm's way more than the average cop is.